Alright, I'm hoping that I'm in frame because I can't see my. I think I am. Hello, world. My name's Samir, and I just thought I'd just turn on my camera today and just talk about whatever comes to my mind. I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'd be going through mentally in general, because I don't really have much of a space to talk, or haven't been given the space or allowed myself to have the space to just speak about how I actually feel about how I feel. So I guess starting from childhood, I wasn't really allowed to voice my own feelings, ever. Even if I felt like I was justified and right in the way I felt. And so I got told no a lot. So that kind of made me, figure out how to survive. Not be able to say or ask whatever I want to. Because as a kid, you're inquisitive. You ask questions. Curiosity is just a thing for kids. And I wasn't allowed that. And so now as an adult, I am having to figure out how to assert myself. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, in any social situation, I subconsciously, because I've kind of built this up as a modem of defense, is to reduce myself and reduce my voice just out of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just out of repetition. And so, I don't know. I'm at a point in my life where I really, really want to connect with people and do so full-heartedly, because I missed out on a lot of genuine connections that I could have had my entire life had I thought that, it's okay for me to be me, and I'm glad I'm having those thoughts now, that I'm able to just be myself around people and be accepted by others. But it's definitely a learning curve for sure, especially considering I didn't really have any friends up until 3 years ago, if I'm being totally honest. Right before pandemic, in 2019, is when I kind of found an old friend, and through her I started socializing, because for the most part I had a best friend in middle school, or from kindergarten up until middle school, and then when she left for high school, we just kind of lost connection. People grow, things change, and I've had I have my hands in so many pots, and still do. So I wasn't really apt to have very full connections with people. So I wouldn't necessarily say I had many friends outside of, I wouldn't say acquaintances, because I knew people, but it's more so I just knew a lot of people. But no one really knew me, per se. And I went through high school, really no friends. College, barely any friends. Except for a couple people. I had friends. Let me stop there. I had friends. I just didn't allow myself to be fully open with them from in my heart, in which I wish I was able to forge closer relationships with people. But it's always that little egging thing in the back of my mind from my formative years where I'm just like, No, they don't really care. Which, yeah. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. But yeah, after college, I dropped out because my eczema just turned up so much to the point to where I had to drop out because I couldn't function. Yeah, my eczema was turned up to the point to where I couldn't function, and I went home and I was bedridden for like a good year trying to recover, and still didn't have friends then, and I cried multiple nights about it. And then I caught up with my friend from elementary school, and she kind of pulled me into her fold and with her big group of friends. And that was nice to experience, like someone wanting to be, you know, in my space and calling me up and like, hey, let's hang out, you know, and me not having to facilitate everything, which is cool. It's nice to feel wanted. And yeah. So I started having friends in 2019, and then 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, this year. I'll say the beginning of this year is when I was really looking into myself on how I act with people, and not just like a putting on a mask way, but in an authentic way to me and my experience. And this is very touchy territory because I'm just used to being, oh, quiet Samir, and just nodding to everything because I felt like no one wanted to hear me for real. And I don't know. It's definitely a learning process for sure. Especially like leveling with people who are strangers. And when like I get the chance to level with complete strangers and just talk off the cuff, I end up, you know, eager and overly excited to where I can't necessarily form sentences in a way that I feel like doesn't seem like a faux pas. I don't know. I'm beginning in my head. But I'm trying to learn how to accept me for the way that I communicate with folks, and not only accept, but become better at speaking in general, at ease. Because I feel like there's a whole lot of love I'm missing out on because I wasn't allowed to feel love for real growing up. So yeah, I think that's all the piece I'm going to be speaking on today. I'll speak more on me in the future, yes, but hopefully it won't be as so dramatic and rare. So yeah, this is Samir again, big peace, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.